He has blasted the investigation into his administration as a witch hunt and claimed that the probe was tainted, even as some of his top aides turned against him to work with prosecutors. As John Yang reports, the long-awaited decision to indict Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu comes just weeks before an election that could give him another term.
Just weeks before Israeli elections, amid a white-hot campaign, Israel's Attorney General recommended that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu be indicted for bribery, fraud, and breach of trust. At an evening news conference, Netanyahu blasted the decision.
The left is doing this because they know they can't beat us at the ballot box. For 3 years, they've been carrying out a political pursuit against us, an unprecedented hunting expedition with one goal: to topple the right-wing government led by me.
Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit led the 2-year investigation. He once served as a top Netanyahu aide. It's the first time in Israeli history that a sitting prime minister has been indicted. Prosecutors allege Netanyahu eased regulations and approved deals for 2 media companies in exchange for more favorable press coverage. In addition, they say Netanyahu and his wife Sarah accepted $280,000 worth of gifts in exchange for political favors. Corruption allegations have dogged Netanyahu for much of his time as prime minister. But today's charges are a severe blow to his outsized political ambitions and standing, says former U.S. Ambassador to Israel Martin Indyk.
So there's got to be this steady drip of revelations about what he said to various people that will sound very corrupt. And I think that's going to be a real challenge for him as he heads into this election on April 9th.
Formal charges would be filed at a hearing after Israel's April 9th elections. Still, the indictment itself threatens his re-election in an already overheated political atmosphere. He faces a major challenge from former Army Chief of Staff Benny Gantz, who's formed a centrist political party to take on Netanyahu's right-wing Likud party.
There's this sense that a former general who has strong security credentials provides, for the first time in over a decade, a serious challenge to Netanyahu before the indictment came out.
A Times of Israel poll shows Netanyahu and Gantz in a virtual tie. But when asked if an indictment would change their minds, more said they would support Gantz. Today, Gantz pounced on Netanyahu's troubles.
I call on you, Benjamin Netanyahu, from here tonight, to come to your senses, show responsibility, and resign from your post.
Netanyahu said today he will not resign, and he got a major boost from a key ally. President Trump spoke in Hanoi.
He's done a great job as prime minister. He's tough, he's smart, he's strong.
There is also the long-standing and long-suffering issue of the Israeli-Palestinian peace process and the coming plan from the Trump administration. Indyk says the prospects for that plan could actually be improved if Netanyahu loses.
If there is a more centrist government, there is greater prospect that the Trump deal of the century could be more warmly embraced by the next government.
The plan is now reportedly coming after the Israeli election, one that Netanyahu said today he intends to win. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm John Yang.